and I think when you have a health scare, especially when you're young, it's kind of an emotional roller coaster. You learn lessons, then you forget lessons, and you learn lessons. And I think our producer, Rebecca, is going through that right now.
Yeah, I learned a big lesson about being patient and taking it day by day, not letting anxiety consume you. All the things I hate doing, even though they're like so good for you.
But isn't it so much more fun to freak out over something before you realize, have the definitive answer?
Yeah, the like calm after the panic attack when you can just like go to sleep. Oh, there's like no better feeling.
When you're totally exhausted by the emotion, the overthinking,
There's just nothing else to give. You just fall asleep. It's like wonderful. So I felt like I had a crash course in taking things day by day, understanding that this too shall pass from like the past 2 years. But these lessons I think are just so hard to actually make stick in your personal life, because something really interesting has been happening to me lately. And that is that I have suddenly been feeling really, really happy.
How do we stop this?
They tried. They tried.
Did we reestablish what the health scare was in this segment?
I'm going to get into it. I will share. Let me cook. Yeah, I've been feeling really happy for like the past, I would say month and a half. And it's kind of a foreign feeling. I wake up in the morning and the sun is up and I smile at it like a psychopath or a Disney princess. And I just feel so grateful. And I think that's because you guys know I'm a cancer survivor. So battling cancer, shocker, is not very fun. You don't get to do stuff. You're stuck at home. It's like a cancer quarantine. You're recovering. It's not a good time. And
you don't say.
Be the slogan of it.
What a great teacher.
Cancer, not a good time.
10 out of 10, do not recommend.
yes, I want that on a t-shirt.
you need to put that on a t-shirt.
I'm going to make that. But I feel like lately, it's like suddenly I've climbed this mountain and I'm on top of it and I see the clouds above me and everything just like, it's clear again. I'm recovered from everything. I don't have to go to the hospital all the time. I can talk. I can eat. I can see my friends and do whatever I want. And it's an amazing feeling that I truly don't take for granted. I also just started dating a guy that I really, really like.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, my first date, just starting to date. My single friends are really mad at me that I immediately found someone I like, but I do. And it's been really amazing to feel like this is my life now. This might be my new normal. I'm not completely the same as I was before, but I'm feeling really happy about it. But in the back of my head, I was just always thinking, this is too good to be true. Mm-hmm. It feels too good because anxiety will always do that. When is the shoe going to drop? I'm so happy. Found a guy I like, hanging out with friends. Work is going well. What's going to go wrong?
It's almost like you don't want to talk about it because if you tell people that things are going well, you think somehow the universe is going to go, okay, she's ready for something big.
Yeah. And then something big kind of did happen. So I get scans routinely as someone who battled cancer. I'll be getting scans for the next few years until I get enough clear scans where I am officially deemed cancer-free by my doctors. So I am so grateful to have had many months of clear scans. But my scans that I had months and months ago, my doctors noted a lump in my breast. And they weren't worried about it. I had to go get a mammogram, my first mammogram that I ever had. And 6 months ago, the doctors took a look. I had my mammogram. They told me that they thought it was fine. I just needed to come back in 6 months just to get a baseline, make sure that nothing changed and everything was good. So that baseline mammogram that I had was 2 weeks ago. And I went into it thinking everything was cool. I had no reason to worry. I was not stressed at all, which is crazy for me because I am always stressed. I'm always anxious about my health. And I got in there and I was like, okay, the doctor's going to do the ultrasound. I'm going to get the mammogram. They're going to tell me it's fine. They're going to tell me I'm free to go. I'm going to go have my date and make out and have a great time. Not what happened. My doctor took a look and said, I need a biopsy. Mm-hmm. And immediately I was like, that's it. that's what I was waiting for. That thing around the corner that I knew was going to come get me. That's what that was. It was waiting for me. The shoe is dropping. And so last week, as I was waiting for those results every day, I was just absolutely suffering. I flaked on responsibilities. I flaked on my friends. I couldn't eat. I was so anxious. I couldn't tell anyone. I told Katie because I feel like Katie has like a direct line to God for some reason. I'm like, if I tell,
Is that right?
Literally,
You want to move in?
I tell Katie, I'm like, pray for me, Katie, because I know she's got that line, and she's my work wife. You gotta tell your spouse.
Yeah.
I told Kristen that I couldn't submit stories because I was so stressed about test results. And I, instead of living my life, I was suffering every day, anxious because I just knew that it was going to come back and it was going to be bad. And then that Thursday came and I got the call and it was benign. It was totally benign. It was a fibroadenoma, which is something that is pretty common for women my age. If there is sort of a lump that you need biopsies for, that's usually what it is.
Sometimes you're just a lumpy gal.
I'm a very fibrous breast tissue gal. They're tough in there. And I sat there and I was so grateful, obviously, but I just realized I had spent so much time just suffering for no reason. Just every day I could have been eating a hot dog or getting gibbets for my Crocs or making out with this man I like. And instead I was just predicting a future that never came. So I think all of this to say was such a good lesson for me that even if it's so terrifying and you're so scared and you feel certain that it's not going to go well, it still can. And so don't waste your time just making yourself miserable for no reason.
It's such a great lesson to learn, but it's almost impossible to execute, I feel sometimes. It's just like...
Wasting time on worrying.
Yeah, I mean, I was told a long time ago, like, why... I think it was Will Smith that had this lesson that we played a long time ago also when he was skydiving, how he was so stressed out the weeks and the days leading up to the actual dive. And then when he finally dove, he felt fine. And then when his feet hit the ground and he was healthy, he realized, like, the only time I really should have been stressed out was right before I jumped out of the plane, right? That sounds great, but the reality of it is how you'd have to be a robot to not stress out about something like that.
No, it's true. It's so hard to execute, but I want to remember this moment and I want to look back. And next time I'm scared, which I will be scared very soon, probably because I'm always scared. I just want to remember that things can still go well, and I will be contacting my therapist.
The Bert Show.